on one. There we go. Oh, okay, folks. You probably already heard now that Speed Racer is, shall we say, not exactly good. You heard it from the critics. You heard it from other anime fans. Well, this one is here to tell you that if you can survive the first 30 to 45 minutes, it's not that bad. Of course, though, there's going to be moments like in the opening where there's a flashback sequence to when Speed was a kid and he's making racing sounds. He's doing nothing but drawing. Yeah, it's not going to help against these special racer jokes. In fact, at one point, Speed, while looking at Trixie, crashes his toy car while wearing one of those giant helmets you see on characters like Special Ed from Crank Yankers. I got mail, yay! Hey, okay, so after the opening race, a flashback sequence that establishes both who Speed Racer is and that Rex Racer was a disgrace to the World Racing League, which is basically why you see all these loop-de-loops and all that stuff that you'd see in Mario Kart. And the reason Rex was a disgrace is because it comes out that he had to crash cars for the mob or his family would be... So, well, actually not the mob, but the mob works for the carpet guys, so yeah. Anyways... After that, we are seeing a little bit into the daily life of the Racer family, when all of a sudden, a shady business evil guy shows up. Now, he's dressed in purple, his plane is purple, he's eyeballing Speed Racer more than his old man, and he wants Speed to put on a purple business suit, which he actually thinks Speed looks marvelous in. In fact, at one point, he remarks that Speed actually looks good in the purple business suit. And even touches Speed at the shoulder when he's a stranger the family knows at best. Yeah. Anyways, after making a few jokes about that, hopefully they're tasteful ones, you'll see that the Racer family is taken to the bad guy's factory, where everybody else goes fast forward, but he goes normal speed. And he makes his cars vertically. Yes, up and down, because apparently going up and down means you can have the car out of there within 36 hours. Gotta love movie science. Anyway, after seeing how the cars are made, they then find out that he's training Team Evil from Shaolin Soccer. Seriously, they're dressed in black, they're climbing walls, they're in these little simulators that go... Oh, they're even walking in underwater at one point. I don't know, I just go with it. Well, then after I make a scene where Speed is contemplating to sign with Team Evil, the bad guy, and gets in, and of course it turns into a makeout session that gets interrupted by Spritle, who is the most annoying, is along with Chim Chim the most annoying character in this whole movie. In fact, at one point he and Chim Chim actually stop the movie towards the end. As you see it, I can't to describe how stupid it is, just doesn't do it justice. Anyways, so Speed decides it's not to work for the bad guys because he's got scruples, and he goes into a story about how after watching in the first World Racing League, his dad got his spirit back and started resuming running his company, while Speed decided right then and there to be a racer. This leads the bad guy to launching a tirade that you need either a business or a Mensa degree to understand. But it pretty much says that from day one, that very first race, the World Racing League is rigged. Not believing that, Speed goes into the race, and the bad guy promises that not only will he not finish, but the Speed family will be indicted for complete and utter bull hockey that the businessman comes up with. Sure enough, his beloved World Racing League is rigged as he doesn't finish, and his family gets investigated for complete and utter ball hockey that the businessman invented. Well, this cues up a detective who is part of the cops. That's a division that exclusively protects the World Racing League. Apparently, in the future, game rigging gets so bad, your tax dollars go to a police force that's dedicated to sports. Quite frankly, I think we might actually need one for baseball, or for stuff like baseball and all that stuff. Of anything to make sure that Congress doesn't waste our time with with more or steroid taking charges that we already know but don't say. Anyways, so then they might end up having Speed work with Racer X or X Racer, Racer X, X Racer. There, that's out of the way. There, that's out of the way. No more jokes about it. it and a driver played by a Rain, who's supposed to be Asian. They don't say what type of Asian, but he's Asian in a Hollywood movie, and his dad owns a company. Asian in a Hollywood movie, dad owns a company. Yeah, you can pretty much guess what happens. So, after 2 days of racing, with the second day turning into an all-out fight against ninjas, with one of them actually being competent, the other being semi-competent, and the third one being the worst ninja in the world. Seriously, he gets taken down by Speed's dad, who is a Greco-Roman and all-state wrestling champion. And really, ninjas are supposed to kill you with one finger. How can a Greco-Roman wrestler played by John Goodman takes the guy down? Oh, Speed and his team win the race, but the Asian racer played by Rain does not honor his promise. Evil Asian stereotypes in a Hollywood movie. Not only that, but his dad uses it to make the bad guy buy out his company, buy shares or buy out his company, whatever. So then, eventually, Speed is down in the dumps, crestfallen until until the sister of Rain comes up with Rain's World Racing League Championship invitation. Rain refused it, so she gave it to Speed. So now it comes down to Speed versus the guy representing the Evil Corporation. And on top of all that, Evil Corporation promised a hell of a lot of cash for whoever takes Speed out of the World Racing League. Can Speed win? Will he triumph? Or will he pretty much go down the drain? No, literally down the drain. At one point in the World Racing League, they're racing around in this circle, and there's a hole in the middle of it. Yeah, down the drain. Get it? Ha ha ha. Overall, this movie is pretty good. It's not by all means great, but it's pretty good, and it actually does show that the Wachowskis can write action sequences better than they can write whole movies. The final moments of the race, you actually start getting into it. You can't help but do that, and a racing movie that does that actually does its job. And well, pretty much, if you can survive the first 30 to 45 minutes, you're in for a treat. This is a good movie. Rent it and decide for yourself if you want to buy it. Final verdict for a movie that's obviously for either extreme speed racer fans, otakus, or Wachowski brother lovers only. This movie gets a mild destruction, B-movie bomb. The first 30 to 45 minutes are a test of pain, but if you make it through, you're in for a real race. Now, you excuse me, I hear the Mach 5 roaring like a drunk Uncle Cat. So, I gotta be off. Load. Come on, YouTube. There we go. Dangerous things on every curve.